How do you deal with a woman who doesn't display a lot of her emotions and she says she likes you, but she's cold? She doesn't really give off any impressions that she's actually into you, but she has said that she likes you. How do you handle yourself? What do you do, and how do you go about, establishing a relationship? First thing you need to realize is it might be just her personality. Some women just don't wear their emotions on their sleeves, and that's just who they are as a person. So if you are in this situation, you know she likes you, and you like her, don't make a big deal about it. Just be cool and just continue to establish a connection because maybe that's just who she is. Maybe she doesn't like to share her emotions and share her feelings, and maybe she just wants to take her time and not give that out. And or maybe again it's just in her personality not to use or express her feelings. Also keep in mind she could be hurt from the past. Maybe there was a relationship she was in where she got hurt and she has a hard time trusting people. And if you have a person like that, you have to just ask yourself, is it worth continuing the relationship? Because this can be a very difficult thing to overcome. Because if she hasn't dealt with her trust issues, then it's not going to change in this relationship. I hate to break it to you. It's a sad reality, but it's just the reality of the situation. If she has stuff in her past that she can't get over, then you might need to consider just stepping away and not, deal with her anymore because she's got to deal with her own issues. She got junks that she just doesn't want to get over, and you need to maybe let her go. Because if it's not going to progress and she's flaky, going back and forth to you, then you need to say, you know what, we should just move on because this isn't going to work. There's obvious things you haven't dealt with where you need to go investigate, and I can't make you trust me, right? So that's something you want to consider if you're in this predicament with a woman who is cold with you and not always sharing her feelings. Just learn that it might not work out. Now, if you're willing to see it play out, then make sure you take your time. Let the relationship grow organically and have some goals in mind for yourself. Just say, you know what, if we're not really connecting at this stage of relationship and we're not in a relationship or whatever, then move on. Because again, it's not worth your time. Also, make sure you remain indifferent as much as possible because you're dealing with a woman who isn't really showing her emotions and she's cold and she's just not one to get really close to you. And you got to realize, okay, I'm going to try this, but I'm not going to give away my feelings. I'm just going to be indifferent and try to get to know her and just see where it goes. As long as you can remain indifferent, that keeps you mysterious. That keeps the attraction high because you're not being emotionally invested. You're spending time with her, but you're also realizing, you know what, I can't get that invested right now because I don't know if she's going to ever cross over to the other side where she's more transparent with me, she's open, and she trusts me. So just remember, if you're dealing with someone like this, make sure you take your time, let everything grow organically. And if it doesn't work out, walk away. Because again, it's not worth your time or energy to deal with somebody who's got trust issues, who doesn't really, express their emotions. And again, if that's their personality and how they are, cool. But if they're not progressing and they're not improving or showing any signs that this relationship is going somewhere, you need to pull away. Make sure you guys like the video. Also, have you ever been in a situation like this where the woman you were talking to was hard to connect with? You tried it, maybe it worked out, maybe it didn't. Whatever happened, I'd love to know your thoughts. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.